More than 6,000 at Parkview Field tonight for a tribute to the Beatles night. The TinCaps, though, swept in a doubleheader against the Great Lakes Loons. A couple of games that had marvelous pitching, and Fort Wayne winds up just a run short in both games. Back up in the booth with Kevin Fitzgerald, John Nolan, and Kev, the Loons took game one, 1-0. Fort Wayne had a few chances, came up short in that one, and then here in game two, had a lead in the bottom of the seventh inning, or I should say the top of the seventh inning. Just needed one more strike, couldn't get it.
Yeah, and Colby Blueberg had a great battle going with Ramos at the plate. He eventually fought some pitches off, and then he drives that double down the left field line that plates a couple runners, and that's what eventually puts Great Lakes in front to take this game. So this is an offense that's pretty solid when you look at Great Lakes, and the pitching today in both games was solid. It's a good bullpen, and it's a good starting staff that they have, and they're able to capitalize, holding Fort Wayne to just a couple runs.
The TinCaps had Chris Huffman on the mound in game one. In game two, it was Jose Castillo. He winds up with a no decision. He left with a lead. Trey Santos led off the second inning with a double to get in scoring position for Franmil Reyes, and then it was Franmil Reyes hitting his third triple of the month to give the TinCaps the early 1-0.
He says the only way he can lay out these triples is if he goes opposite field, and that's what he's doing more and more. Look, if that one was just a bit to the left, could have been a home run, and this could have been an entirely different complexion of this ball game, but Reyes, boy, he was pumped after that hit, and it played Santos.
The TinCaps kept that 1-0 lead. We pick it up again in the sixth inning. Taylor Cox on the mound out of the bullpen, and it was Johan Mieses with a base hit to left field. Edwin Moreno, a big-time throw to the plate to gun down Jimmy Allen.
Look at that throw. He's right on the money. One bounce, that's what you like. It comes in on a bounce. It's going to be right chest high, and it was for Del Castillo, but here's the big hit. Ramos rips it down the left field line, and that's what plates the 2 runs. Both runners were in motion. It was a full count.
Yeah, Great Lakes had 2 outs, nobody on base before they ended up with a single, a walk, and then that big blow from Ramos. Fort Wayne got the tying run into scoring position, had the winning run at first base in the bottom of the seventh inning, but Chase Jensen on a 3-2 pitch as well grounds out, and the TinCaps are swept in this doubleheader. Still a series victory, though, for Fort Wayne, which takes 3 out of 5 in this jam-packed 3-day series. Game 2 here tonight, played in less than 2 hours, as again, pitching strong on both sides. It was Brandon Martinez who had the start for Great Lakes, and then the winning pitcher out of the bullpen, Karch Kowalczyk. So the TinCaps conclude this series with Great Lakes. They stay home now for the weekend against the West Michigan Whitecaps. And Fort Wayne will have Denelson Lamet on the mound, currently on the disabled list. He'll be back out there for Fort Wayne tomorrow, and he'll be going up against Spencer Watkins, who hasn't pitched in the Midwest League this year.
It'll be good for Fort Wayne to get one of their aces, a good right-hander, and Denelson Lamet back into the rotation. I mean, we've seen him with some electric stuff this year, so they'll lean on him for another victory tomorrow, potentially.
Lamet has been the best strikeout pitcher for the TinCaps this season. And again, tonight, very encouraging to see the starts from Chris Huffman and then Jose Castillo, the native of Venezuela, the 19-year-old, in his Midwest League debut. So the TinCaps will try to bounce back tomorrow. Our coverage will start here on Comcast Network 81 at 7 o'clock. It's another fireworks night. About to have fireworks behind us here. Tickets still available on TinCapsTickets.com. And Kevin, what do you think is a key for Fort Wayne going forward this weekend?
Yeah, well, you just want to get the bats going again. You brought it up. There was solid pitching today. Chris Huffman, yes, he gets a loss earlier today after nearly 7 shutout innings, but the offense was rolling heading into this series. It's the timely hitting, and just capitalize on some of those base running mistakes that we saw today. You take those away, and these could have been 2 different ball games. So this team is a confident bunch. They'll be able to correct that stuff and get it going for this series against West Michigan.
Fort Wayne still 6-4 over its last 10. Thanks to everyone behind the scenes here tonight, and thank you for joining us on Tribute to the Beatles night at Parkview Field. For Kevin Fitzgerald, John Nolan saying good night from downtown Fort Wayne.
This has been a TinCaps production.